Now the students are learning what an upbeat is. There's a great picture of a poodle at the top of the page, and I write, some pieces begin on another beat besides beat 1. An upbeat is a note that comes before the first full measure. So here the upbeat is all by itself in the first measure, 4-1. Are at the very last measure, right? And those 3 beats plus the first beat in the first measure add up to 4. There's a time to compose activity at the bottom of this page where the students will compose their own piece using an upbeat. Then there's when the saints go marching in on page 33. There is an upbeat in this piece as well, and the upbeat is 3 full beats. So we start counting it on beat 2. 2, 3, 4, 1. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And there's 1 beat at the very end, and it's actually a note that you just have to snap to and not play anything. So here we go. Love that. On page 34 is Unit 8, the C 5-finger pattern and the 1 chord. Here's Papa Haydn saying, let's learn the C 5-finger pattern and chord today. So number 1, play a 5-finger pattern on C, followed by a C chord. A chord is built using fingers 1, 3, and 5, or notes 1, 3, and 5 of the 5-finger pattern. This chord is blocked because all 3 notes are played together. Here's the left hand. The C chord is also called the 1 chord or the tonic chord. When notes of the chord are played separately, they're called broken chords, like that. So those are broken chords, and these would be block chords. So listen to Waves at the Shore. And the musicality girl at the bottom of the page says, notice your 8 knuckles. They look like small hills. So every time you see those little squiggly little lines, it just reminds our students to think of those 4 little knuckles on each hand looking like 4 little hills. So for perfect rounded hand position. On page 35, this piece is called 2 penguins who are holding hands, and we ask the students which line of music does the students see broken chords and which line do they see block chords. So we have to remember that if students can play lightly, they're going to have a nicer sound. The C warm-up. So now I'm doing what the musicality girl asks of our students at the bottom of the page. Experiment with the sound. Play the C warm-up. I just played it staccato, now I'll play it legato. At different tempos. So they could play it at adagio, they could play it at moderato, allegro, and with different dynamics. So my goodness, I did not just change the dynamics, I also changed the articulations, right? On page 36 is the thunderstorm. I love that piece because students really have to think quickly. They have to do crossovers, they have to think whether these triads are broken, are they blocked? practice strategy should I use to be able to make that jump? And we all know it's the play, prepare, practice strategy. Ready, look, move. And they do that several times until they have the right note with the right finger. Yes. All right, on page 37 is the 1 and 5/7 chords again. This time we're teaching our students just the 2-note 5/7 chord. So something very, very simple like this. So we ask them to play it in the left hand first because they're going to see those harmonies in the left hand quite a bit. But we definitely want to make sure that the student can play it in the right hand as well. This little piece is called See the Show. It's also by Ferdinand Beyer. And there's little Mozart there, and he is teaching your students all about this new 5/7 chord. Dancing on the Keys is on page 38, and here the student is asked to find all the 1 and the 5/7 chords in the piece, and their little circles so that they can write in Roman numeral 1 or Roman numeral 5/7. The composer puts in an 8VA sign below the C note. So they really do have to move quickly to the C and put a new fingering on it. So let me go ahead and play that last line again. Ooh, isn't that wonderful? And next unit is Unit 9.